first time streaming Biomutant. Game just came out yesterday. It's an open world RPG with kung fu elements. Been looking forward to this since they first announced it back in 2017. Just gotta adjust the brightness real quick. That's good enough. Ooh. Oh, that's a big boy. Gun jab. Nice little opening. English.
How can something as beautiful as this be dying? A plague is ruining the land, but the tree of life still stands. Question is, for how long? End is coming to the new world. The tribes stand divided, in need of someone strong enough to unite them, or bring them all down. This is a story with an unusual beginning. So, let's expect an unusual end. Welcome to Biomutant.
I like the narrator. Has a nice voice. Let's see. I'll leave damage number on. Just the audio a little bit. Gibberish. Alright. Let's start on medium. I always start on medium. Oops.
Encode your DNA.
You know, I forgot to... Oh, no. Never mind. Let's see. Choose my breed. Primal is a nimble, developed anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid with a gene mutation making them nimble and dexterous at the cost of a lesser developed intellect. Dumdon. Dumdon is the least developed anthropomorphic breed. A hybrid offshoot that compensate the lack of mental prowess with physical strength. Okay, so... Rex is an extraordinary developed anthropomorphic breed, hybrid cat outcast with an even DNA string, making it apt for both physical and mental challenges. Hyla is a regenerative developed breed, a hybrid with a gene mutation making them extremely tough and resilient. Fip Some interesting names. The flip breed is renowned for a highly evolved mind. Its genius is directly interlinked to the power of ki, which amplifies the psionic output. Okay. And Murgle. Murgle is a definition of idealized breed. Its evolutionary lineage has gone in a direction where form and appearance has dominated over function. I think I will go with FIP. Define your character's starting attributes. To see more detailed explanations of what effect each attribute has, press.
Define your genetic structure.
Okay. I can put him more towards strength. He gets bigger. Vitality. Charisma. Intellect. Agility. Let's see. Kinda like this look.
Choose a genetic resilience.
Choose resilience. I think go with that.
Choose your first style.
First style, alright. Let's see. Ooh. I like that one.
Pick your main color.
Trying to get the right level of blue. That's taking me to purple. I guess we'll go with that.
Choose your detail color.
I should go
Pick
back.
your main color.
Make it yellow.
Choose your detail color.
And go blue.
Pick a
Alright.
class.
Alright, the Deadeye is a tricky, skillful rogue who's chosen life outside law and society values.
Mercenary.
Mercenary is trained swordsman who has mastered the art of the blade.
Deadeye.
Commando is trained as operative, elite special forces. Commandos are used in working in smaller teams. Are used to working in smaller teams.
Psy-freak.
The Psy-freak. Oh, definitely
Psy-freak
Psy-freak.
chosen.
Yep. This is my mutant, y'all.
That'll work. Here's somebody with a troubled past, drawn into the spotlight of a story that's already begun.
Bunny hop. Okay.
We're already at a crossroads. Choosing a path in life is that fork in the road where you make a choice, or simply stop living. But for you, it's not only a crossroad, but a choice. A reflection of your ki, the primal energy that flows through everything.
Let me introduce myself. I'm the light and bright side of you, or your inner voice to be precise. An echo of balance and consequence of your actions
cool.
as you move forward.
Seems more like you're being light-headed if you ask me, but you'll come around eventually.
But what comes around goes all the way back around. So, it's better to stick to your instincts. You can't fight what's in your nature.
I think if I enjoy this enough, my second playthrough I'll go towards more like the dark side, I guess.
In your nature, and here I was hoping we'd be all about natural selection, survival of the strongest and so forth. that's not instinct, then I don't know what is.
Natural selection is all about evolution and progress, and as soon as there's enough light, darkness will disappear.
That was cute.
Right is always right.
Alright, got a double jump, or a double bunny hop.
Stories of death and the bodies left behind. A reminder that we're at the mercy of nature and the one that preys on others.
Meat eaters meat.
Do you remember the beast that shattered your family? Or did you choose to forget? You turned your back on our world and got lost in your own. Meanwhile, the predator only grew stronger.
Oh, full roll. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh, we're acting out the...
You better make a run for it. This is not the time nor place to end this story.
acting out the opening cutscene or cinematic.
This time, it was best to run and live to fight another day. Let us hope you're ready for it when it comes. The Predator isn't the only threat. The wildlife started to mutate when the end of days began, and the Tree of Life started to die.
Move towards an enemy to target them with melee attacks. Aim the camera towards an enemy to target them with range attacks. RB's to reload. LT's usability. Okay. To throw a sparking ball, key energy, however it's pronounced. That damages the enemy. It hits, hold, mutation, select, and press. Okay. Alright.
Bang, bang!
Got an electric module? Alright, a weapon add-on. Found a weapon special effect add-on. Attach it to your ranged weapon to give it an extra damage type for as long as the ammo lasts. Some enemies have a resistance or weakness to different weapon special effects, so use them wisely. Alright, I'll equip that. I'm fully healed, so I don't need to use it right now.
The oil sludges everywhere. To most, it only means death, but some have adapted to the new environment and changed with it. Evolution has its ways.
Remember to parry enemy attacks. When an enemy attacks, you'll see lightning bolts flash above their heads.
Zap!
Okay, got him. Fallen enemies can often be looted for healing items. Find a highlighted fallen enemy and press Y. What was that? Tickling toffee. Oh, okay.
Blasting everything to bits.
Oh, I thought I dodged that. Wow, I was trying to practice my parry. Anything in here? Nope. Not a lot of oomph to like the melee combat. Hold on. Some enemies carry large shields. You need to break the shield with melee attacks before you can deal damage to the enemy. Alright. Oh. Oh. Alright. Leveled up. So I think I'll increase vitality. So I think I'll increase range combat. Hopefully I remember how to use that. Once you have more upgrade points, remember to spend them on perks and special attacks. Dandy candy. Okay. And more toffee.
Look, an emergency box from the once was. A rare sight. That pipe looks weak. The claw bar should come in handy. Whoa! It's time to find a way out of this place. No, really, I mean it.
Okay, narrator. So double jump in this game is called rabbit sleep. That doesn't look
The Morks produce biomatter in their multi-organ that they shed under distress. Blobs that affect the cellular coding strands of any living...
You're on your way to performing a special attack. Possible special attacks are prompted in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. Press in the... in blah 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 blah.
being when absorbed, including you.
You absorb the Bioblob. These are points used to unlock mutations. You collect Bioblobs by defeating Morks and finding containers at various places in the world. You can use your Bioblobs to unlock special powers at any time by accessing mutations part of the menu. Well, I don't have enough.
Toxanol built vessels called arks to save themselves from the impending doom. But was it too late? It is only from the flight logs of the single ark they left behind that we know other arks traveled through the sky and beyond. It seems those that came before us never lost hope in finding a new home for their kind.
You found a puzzle. These are scattered around the world. Some open new while others feature different rewards. To switch which node is selected, use... Okay. Rotate.
Just a few moves left. Make them count.
Simple enough.
There are few records of the chain of events that led to the big apocalypse eons ago, but it's clear the world wasn't prepared for how recklessly the Toxanol Corporation would make its mark on the world. Their rare earth mining and nuclear industries generated tons of waste, and without consideration for the future, they dumped it all in landfills until they ran out of space. That's when they made the big mistake. They began dumping the toxic waste in the surf just off the coast instead, assuming that it would sink and decay with time. And they were right. But no one was prepared for what was about to unfold. Once in the surf, the radiation interfered with the genetics of the wildlife and created bizarre mutations in their offspring. It had an inconceivable impact on biodiversity and the entire ecosystem. The world as they knew it crumbled as nature retaliated. It would never be the same again, and what remained of it became ours.
So humans screwed up. As always.
The sound of spark metal going pew pew is never a good thing. It's coming from behind that door. A warning label. The box looks like a potential brain melt. It's going to take a bit of puzzling to short-circuit the door. Just a few moves left. Make them count. There you go.
Airstrike. Perfectly counter an enemy attack will stun them. The stunned enemy has stars circling above their head, and after hitting the enemy again, you can launch them up in the air by pressing LB.
The wheeled one is outnumbered. You'd better help him out. Hot metal. Great shot.
Oh.
Bullseye. Keep hammering away. Crackers out. Handy.
Alright. Planks and planks.
That's the last of them. Let's talk to the wheeled one before backup arrives.
One second.
Mokbu far
He wants to thank you for taking his side against the scavengers. He sounds familiar. You just can't figure out why. He presents himself as out of date. He knows he's way overdue, but he hasn't given up. He doesn't seem surprised that you don't recognize him. You were just a child back then, the night everything changed. There have been rumors of a one-eyed Ronin seen outside the Great Wall, and he's happy to see it's true. The legend of the one-eyed child that grew up as an outcast is old and sad. The child could have been anyone, but the evil it had fled had left a mark, a facial scar to remember the past. How Lupa Lupin somehow left you alive after his raid on the old village. He must have had a purpose with that. The question is, what? There's no doubt you're the child, and that what Lupa Lupin did to your village, your Muma and Popsy, was the beginning of the end. He says it has taken you a long time to bring the past back up to the present, to find your way back, but he's grateful you have. It was after the attack that the unity fell apart. Your Muma's disciples divided and formed tribes as a reaction to the blight that had fallen upon the land. After the old village was destroyed and you disappeared, a struggle between the families erupted, and over time, the disciples turned against each other. Had it not been for the Tree of Life, no one would have survived. He hopes you at least remember the tree.